That's the lady with the big teeth who tormented her citizens, has just announced she is leaving office.
Announcing that I will not be seeking re-election and that my term as Prime Minister will conclude no later than the 7th of February.
Well, guys, there you see it. It seems Jacinda Ardern has decided to throw in the towel and resign within the next few weeks. This is good news for the people of New Zealand, obviously, but I should say it might not be all roses. In fact, I bet it won't be. First, though, let's deal with Jacinda Ardern, because her resignation is a bit fishy if you ask me. First, and just based on that video, it looks to me like she's being forced out the door and not going on her own terms. Now, I could be wrong, but maybe someone somewhere has something on her that's about to come out, and so she's jumping ship. Or it could be her policies and poll numbers showing she would lose badly at the next election. I mean, let's be real here. She spent the last few years trashing New Zealanders' rights with zero bat flu, lunacy. This trout literally said things like this all the time back then.
Dismiss anything else. We will continue to be your single source of truth. We will provide information frequently.
Oh yeah, your single source of truth. That should never be forgotten. A bit like this lot.
This is going to be like, well, it's almost like, you probably don't see it like this, the two different classes of people. If you're vaccinated or if you're unvaccinated, you have all these rights. If you are vaccinated...
That is what it is, so yep. Stay local and do not congregate. Don't talk to your neighbours. Please keep to your bubbles. We know from overseas cases of the Delta variant that it can be spread by people simply walking past one another. So keep those movements outside to the bare minimum. If someone refuses in our facilities to be tested, they have to keep staying. So they won't be able to leave after 14 days. They have to stay on for another 14 days. So it's a pretty good incentive. You either get your tests done and make sure you're cleared, or we will keep you in a facility longer. So I think most people will look at that and say, I'll take the test. You can now see family and friends again in their homes and use the bathroom inside. Luxury.
Now, of course, she said much more, but you get the idea. This woman took part in some of the most lunatic policies known to mankind and is now jumping ship, possibly because she could be wiped out at the next election, or like I said, someone's got dirt on her. The last bit I'm just guessing at, but people in positions of power usually only resign to avoid scandal or criminal responsibility, so it's definitely possible. This is what really pisses me off about politicians and their sort of ilk. They can cause all manner of damage to the public in various ways and just walk off into the sunset, usually with a nice pension and who knows what else. Of course, this must mean that Klaus Schwab has or needs a new young global leader to take her place, so the next Prime Minister of New Zealand will have to be watched closely. Now, some might think globalism and globalists are failing with a few recent reports and this one itself, but I don't think they'll give up that easily. The WEF admit to penetrating cabinets, so it's not just the Prime Minister or President they have in their pockets based on that. It's going to be the ministers and others who are most likely to become PM at some sort of point. This is why I bet you right now that the next leader of New Zealand will be the same as this trout, or possibly even more demented. Who knows, we might see Trudeau throw in the towel soon, which would actually tell me these leaders are quitting to avoid responsibility, you know, for all they've done in recent times. Either way though, Jacinda Ardern is out the door and some will celebrate that. I know I certainly will, but like I said, I'm going to worry about who they put in her place.